Hey everybody, how's it going? Today, I want to share with you two clips from the FrameCast yesterday where Drew and I talked about YouTube. In particular, we talked about appeasing the YouTube algorithm by creating a perfect online image of yourself and remembering that the people you engage with online are actual people. This all started when Drew mentioned that he would stop cursing in his videos in order to try and appease the YouTube algorithm, because like many Warframe channels, his channel has been suffering and losing subscribers quite a lot lately. And that was something where I did not agree with. You see, the thing is I don't like when people try to create this perfect image of themselves online, which kind of hides the fact that they're human, because we're all human. Like, we all say shit and fuck sometimes. And trying to create this perfect image of yourself where people would fall in love with, or the algorithm would fall in love with, is something where you put out a version of yourself that isn't you. And I don't want people to like a version of myself that isn't me. I don't like people to look up or try to create this world where we all pretend that we are something which we are not. And that is something where I kind of like stepped in and said, I don't think that this is a good idea. Because at the end of the day, even if you're appeasing to an algorithm, I don't think that the algorithm is the end goal. The end goal is the users, is the people, the individuals like yourself who are watching this video right now, who are watching any other video or watching any other piece of content right now. You're not an algorithm. You are not a person that will, when you're here, like, oh my god, that person said shit, or fuck, let me lower the rating in my algorithmic scale. You're not. You're a person like me. And I don't want you to think that I'm some sort of like perfect human being. I don't want you to think that everything in my life is going perfect and there's no way that I could ever step so low just to say a cuss word, because that's not who I am. That's not who you are. That's not who anyone is on this world. That kind of goes into how this entire idea of like trying to become your perfect self, of trying to like really identify with this online image, has kind of created a culture, especially around content creators, where numbers are very, very important. Where this entire idea of like how good you are in the social standing, how good you look, is way more important than like actual having a individual conversation. And that is something which I really do not like. I've started making videos because I like making videos, and I wanted to meet more people who like making videos just like me. And I want to meet more people just everywhere. Like, that's why I love doing Twitch streams, because I can speak with you guys. I can actually have a conversation and see what you're all about and listen to your stories and listen to what you're up to. I love that. However, it seems more and more and more that people just want to see whether you have the numbers, first of all, and then secondly, whether you are the right persona. Are you correct? Are you fine with the algorithm? And if that's what we're living in, where people will watch me only if I am not me, and people will only engage with me when I'm not me, then that's not a world in which I want to live in or engage with. So that's not what I'm going to do. So I kind of like, that's kind of like the short rundown. I'll share the clips where we go into more detail, and I'm curious as to what you think, because I think that this is something where, especially over the last few years, people have been gotten so caught up in like trying to appease the algorithm, trying to seem like they're the best of themselves and not really engaging with each other like actual human beings. And I think that looking at the conversations I have with people, at the end of the day, that's what we all want. Just to engage with other human beings like they are human beings. But let me know what you think. If you're a creator, if you're like someone who likes to watch content, let me know what your sense is. And yeah, I'm sorry that this might be like a 20-minute video or something, but yeah, I thought it would be interesting to share. The FrameCast will be live, link down below if you want to see like the full conversation. These are just two clips taken out of it, which I thought were kind of interesting. And yeah, I will leave you to it.
The next sort of like YouTube experiment I want to try is to never curse in a video, right? I want to see if not cursing in YouTube videos will stop the impediment of my channel's growth, because it's dying. My channel's been dying for since 2018, right? A very, very slow, painful death. But what can I do? YouTube changed the rules without telling people.
Well, the thing which I do still find is that at the end of the day, there are people behind it that watch it, and those are real people. And honestly, I personally just don't like it when to like censor myself, and I don't like to like see people that I watch censor themselves for the sake of like because like, who are you appeasing to? It's like, yeah, I'm appeasing to YouTube so that I can get more people to watch me. But so at the end of the day, your target audience is still the people that watch you. Yeah. And in the ideal world, because like at the end, like I do strongly feel that when it comes to YouTube ad revenue for like, I've never had it. I've never ever had YouTube ad revenue, and I'll never count on it because that's a service that YouTube provides, which it doesn't have to provide. It doesn't have to go out and look for like sponsors to sponsor me. That should be my business side of things. So at the end of the day, like getting sponsors, getting paid for the content is basically my prerogative. Where like the goal, but where like the people that hold the power are the individual people that watch. The individual people that decide to like tune into the stream, that decide to tune into this video, like they'll also be the people that sponsors are interested in to like talk to. So at the end of the day, it's the people that watch, and I don't think that I can't believe that most people that watch YouTube or watch our content are like, oh yeah, man, I enjoy the video so much more now that there's no cursing in there. So many people that I speak with, so many people that I hang out with, if I bring if the conversation comes around to like Filthy Frank or something, they're like, dude, remember that? Oh man, that was like such a like crazy time of YouTube. It's unfortunate that's just not there anymore. And it's like, it's a wide variety of people. Some people love that content. Some people just like didn't like that content, but they could still appreciate that it's there. Like, I think that like a majority of the people that I know would just like not like it if the entirety of YouTube would just be bland and people just being like, oh, hey, here we are today with a color on the screen, which is just there's nothing political about this. There's nothing offensive about this. Whoo, let us go and talk about nothing. Bye-bye. Like, no, I don't want that. I want to be able to say fuck and shit whenever I want because, like, that is kind of who I am. And that's kind of like who I think a lot of us are. Like, I don't want to put out a fake version of me. I don't want to put out a modified version of me because, like, what you'll find, and this is something which I found actually, like, lately, this is something which, I don't know, I probably share it with my stream once or twice. I never thought that I would share it on stream, but I did. So I might as well share it here on YouTube as well. Is that after 2018, I became very much focused on numbers. The reason was because I was hanging out with a couple of people that I felt were rather close to me that also make videos who actually had a lot more viewers than I did. But it didn't bother me because I was hanging out with them as mates. I didn't care that they had big numbers. Someone even came up to me and said, oh man, you did so well because right now you're like friends with all these big YouTubers. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, I'm not friends with them because they're like, they have big numbers. We all like the same thing. They're cool people. We watch series together. We enjoy time to spend together. However, they went on with their own adventure, and like from everything that I've heard from them, like when they started off doing their own thing, I pretty much got left by the wayside because they had too much time to focus on their teams and stuff. And whenever I would like watch their content and whenever I would like hear from them, like not really via DMs anymore, but just via like their content and like hearing them speak on stream because I couldn't really get in calls and get in touch with them anymore. I would really get the sensation that like first of all everything was going well for them, and second of all that like it only mattered when you were like relevant and things were going fine with you and all that sort of stuff because like everyone is pushing that like positive narrative. And because of that, like I was like, fuck. If I want to have fun on this platform, if I want to like be able to engage with people, say hi to people, like say hi, like if there is a chance in hell that I can say hi to the people, the YouTubers that I watch, that I'm like, oh man, I love how you did that. If I want to do that, I need to have at least 1 million subscribers because otherwise they won't even speak to me. So in order for me to have fun, I need to have numbers. But I don't care about numbers. But I can't have fun right now. So if I want to have fun, I need to have numbers. And that just fucked with me tremendously. Where like I have done a piece of content. I've stayed with Warframe for a lot longer than I should have. Because I wanted to see if I could get those numbers up. I wanted to see if I could like use the time that I spend in Warframe, the fact that I have was Warframe partner, to see if I could get my numbers up because fuck it, you know? If I had some bad experiences there, I might as well like try and put it to good use. And that isn't really like the reason why I started like doing this thing. That's like I started doing this thing because I wanted to meet new people, because I enjoyed making videos and because I enjoyed making streams. I really did not care about the money or the numbers, but it became something which was important to me. And lo and behold, a couple years later, funny thing is that I still haven't spoken to these people, but like recently, a couple of them have had like pretty bad times, or like their numbers have been stagnating, things aren't going as swimmingly anymore, and you're hearing that they're saying like, well, you know, I just hate that people are so focused on numbers all the time. Oh man, like I really haven't been doing good. And it's like, I'm like, wow, you know, that like maybe that thing, that the picture that I painted of you in my mind, because I couldn't reach out to you and I only saw that everything was going swimmingly, that you had like this perfect life and I was just like struggling behind, and like it was all because of my own faults and my own errors and my own sins that I was doing bad while you all were doing good. That like maybe that wasn't as true. Maybe you all were also flawed human beings like me. Maybe you all also had your problems. Maybe you also were human, because you are. And like I hate that like I had something like that influence me, because I had seen people that I kind of knew online act like that. And that's something where, like, I don't want to act. I don't want to show on YouTube or on social media in any way, shape, or form that I am not human. Because I am human, just like you, Drew, just like anyone else watching this. I am not better than you. I'm not worse than you. We are here. We all make mistakes. We all do things that we don't like, that we're proud about, and we all do things that we're not proud about. And why the fuck should we go ahead and censor ourselves and portray this perfect version because maybe people will watch us then? Well, if there are people that will only watch me when I'm this perfect version of myself that is not me, then please do not watch me. Do not subscribe to my channel. Get the fuck out of here. I rather would not have a big channel if the only way that I can have a big channel is have people watch me that will only like me if I am not me. If that case, then YouTube isn't for me.
I think the sentiment of YouTube is not for me is accurate, right? I mean, while you've been talking, I've pretty much decided. I don't know if I can, have I? No. Okay, cool. I've pretty much decided I'm stopping the YouTube Shorts. Right? They're really stressful to do.
Mm-hmm.
Right, I've created a formula to do them, but until I can, like, put it in a conveyor belt to get it in one end and out another end, like, it's too much stress to do. YouTube don't care about the shorts. Mm-hmm. They've made that evident. Maybe I'll wait until they fix the monetization of it, right? But YouTube are like the thing that I'm actually considering. More realistically, is do I continue doing arbiters, right? Arbiters is a lot of work. It costs money to do. It's fun I have, but the sheer amount of effort that has to go into just organizing an arbiters is frustrating as hell, right? You know, there are fewer and fewer content creators that are willing to be on anything Warframe related, right? It's drying up the ocean, you know, like it's effectively a pond right now, you know, of content creators that want to be affiliated with Warframe.
But I do want to say one thing is that, like, as much as it may seem like we're saying like, oh man, it is bad, I do still have hope, and that's why I continue to post. That's why I continue to stream. That's why I continue, because at the end of the day, I think the power at the end comes to the viewers, because, like, it is at the end of the day the individuals, not the viewers actually, it's the individuals, like the people that are watching right now, you watching right now, you're self-deciding individual. Yes, there may be algorithms that can guide your recommended feeds, but you at the end of the day decide to click on a video and watch it. And, like, in order to, like, show that, like, these people are still, like, people are still out there. People are still watching this shit. Like, here, let me show you this. Let me show you this right here. So right here, we have the Old Internet Challenge by Super Mega, watched by 260,000 people. They watched Too Mad and Super Mega. They watched Mad and Ryan and Too Mad all do these old internet challenges like drinking milk until you vomit, doing the cinnamon challenge, doing the ice bucket challenge. People watch that. Let's go to cult ones right here. 1.42 million subscribers, which is an entire, like, channel full with podcasts and, like, videos all about just, like, the most, like, just getting drunk and doing stupid shit. 1.4 million people still watch this. People still watch this. TV Filthy Frank 2. Someone decided to pick up the Filthy Frank banner and continue on. He's actually a pretty good, like imitator. Like, he can actually do the voices quite well. His videos look 346,000 subscribers. Let's go. Michael Reeves. Oh my God. If you want to talk PC, if you want to talk about the most advertiser-friendly person, fuck no. Michael Reeves is not a person that you would want to go to if you're an advertiser. You want to get the fuck away with this. Look at this video right here. Called, yes, it is showing you how to make robots, but this is called teaching a robot dog how to pee beer. He went ahead. I would definitely recommend to watch this video to get himself a Boston Dynamics robot, because Boston Dynamics would not sell him a robot. So he got his hands on it and he decided, I'm going to make this piece of shit, like this brilliant state-of-the-art robot. I'm going to make it a robot that can piss beer. If you put an empty beer cup on the ground, it will piss beer into your cup. And you know what he did? He drove all the way across the country to go to, hold on, where is this? Let's see if I can find this, where it is. He drove all the way across the country, where is that moment? There we go. To piss on the doorstep of Boston Dynamics that would not give him a robot to go and do something with. They wouldn't sell him a robot.
So how did he get the robot?
He like ultimately via his like Twitch team, he was able to buy one or something for back channels. He was able to buy one. But here he goes all the way across the country to piss on Boston Dynamics' doorstep. Is that advertiser friendly? Fuck no, it isn't. Is that what YouTube wants? Probably fuck no. But there are still people that are watching this, because people that are watching aren't like algorithm decided people. There aren't algorithm decided people that are like, oh man, I'll only watch so much, because there's individuals behind there. So there are people that will watch that. Like, I really trust in like the individual. I really trust in the individual that's watching this, that's creating this. But the thing which like frustrates me the most, and like this is something where like I do not know how to do this. This is kind of like more or less become my mission, aside from like also trying to keep up with like university stuff, because honestly, like YouTube is a really tough thing to put your eggs in a basket for. So like I'm studying AI right now. Maybe that will help me to build a platform. Who knows? But anyway, that aside, one thing which I really wish for is that, please, if you're another content creator, speak with me. Let's have a conversation. Let's talk as people. Because if I'm hearing, and I'm talking about channels that have 10,000, 100,000, more than 100,000 subscribers, I'm hearing so many people talk about the same fucking problems. I'm hearing so many people talk about the same shit that they're going through. And as an example, for example, like recently, about a year ago, a big Twitch streamer by the name of Rekful decided to kill himself. Because he was dealing with depression, he was dealing with feeling lonely, he was dealing with feeling like he was all alone out there by himself, while he had still thousands of people watch him every single day. And that's something which a lot of people may not be able to understand. It's like, how can you as a creator feel lonely when you have so many people that watch you? But I can get it. Because the thing is that so many times, like, how many times have I had like people say, oh man, that was really fun, you should go ahead and do that again with that person, or reach out to that person. You know how fucking hard it is to get in touch with people? And even when you get in touch with people, like especially the higher up you get, because I had a time in Warframe where I got a Twitch channel up to 4,000 or 5,000 followers within a week. I got a Twitch channel partnered within a year. I don't use it because it's not a channel that I want to post on. It is not my personal channel. I'm not going to use that. But I got there, and because of that, I was able to get in touch with people and hang out with people that were doing better than whenever you have a couple hundred subscribers. But what do you get? It's like you get that people tend to be so much more fake because they want to be so aware of how they are. So everyone here just feels, I don't feel like I'm speaking to individuals unless I'm speaking with you, unless I'm hanging out with Ashishogi Tenno, Jiso. Like Jiso is like one of the few people out there who, like, whenever I'm playing a game, he's just like I'm playing Apex yesterday. He invites me to play Apex. We just hang around. We just like talk as human beings. We go play a game. You, Nasif, me, Xandy as well is like also someone I can like just talk to as a person. Joey is also someone I can talk to as a person. But there are so many people. They're just like, what the fuck is going on? How can we here sit as like creators and viewers alike just have this experience where we're like, oh my god, this is shit. We're not enjoying ourselves. Like, it's kind of alright. But then just like not realize that on the other side of the screen there is an individual just like us, but we will let like these numbers, we'll let these algorithms, we'll let everything else just come in between us because we can't. Please, can we just like realize that at the other end of the screen there's an individual just like us, and we don't need an algorithm to like convince that algorithm to convince the other individual to like have a conversation, because at the end of the day it's just an individual like us. Please just start treating us as one.
I think that is something that's really worth noting. In fact, like I think this is why I'd like to think this is why people are encouraged, like, oh, follow us on social media. And this is like, actually, one thing I'd love is for people to join like Discord and stuff like this, and that's somewhere where I'm a lot more active. Like, just come chat, just come, like, I might not be in voice chat or something, but you can at least at me, right? If I'm able to reply, I'll reply.